We're going live in 3, 2, 1.
For those just joining us, we are fortunate to have an audience today with our glorious leader. Excellency, last week we experienced the conclusion of the trial of the tyrant King Solomon, with his execution scheduled for next Friday. With the Great Revolution finally concluded, what will the future political structure of the People's Republic of Basenji finally look like?
Well, Zara, King Solomon was a corrupt and sadistic man. Under his rule, our people served while he sold away our most sacred objects to pay for his own luxuries. Hundreds of thousands of souls died under his tyranny, yet he was tolerated by the American imperialists. His death will give us closure, but our work is only just beginning. The People's Revolution is never really over. We must rebuild this country from the ashes, reform it. The Revolutionary Council has put me in charge of the transitional government for the next 5 years to maintain order while a new constitution is drafted, one that meets the needs of all the people.
Many were expecting your brother Farouk would be named by the Revolutionary Council as the interim leader of Basenji. What role will he have in the transitional government?
Farouk is popular, to be certain, and was a fellow patriot of the revolution. He will be given an appropriate role in my cabinet.
It is often said that the Americans are suspicious of our transitional government, and that you face a great deal of pressure from domestic interests seeking reforms.
Our first priority is, of course, reconstruction. The American imperialists are of no concern at this time. Governance is not an easy task, but I assure the people that we will build a stronger Basenji together.
Thank you again for your time, Excellency.
It is a pleasure, Zara.
Excellency, my name is Tariq Badur. As Parliamentary Chief of... I trust you have settled into your new office? May I offer some suggestions on our first steps to restoring order to Basenji?
Yes, please begin.
Excellent. To start, there are 2 units of currency to be concerned with. One is our treasury funds, and the other is the loyalty of our parliament. We will need to rebuild basic infrastructure to begin. Click on the State Infrastructure button. And now click on the Policies button. Click on the Treasury button. Most actions in the game cost time points. There are 4 time points in a turn. The number of time points available can be seen on the clock in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. When all 4 time points are consumed, the turn ends and an event occurs. Events are rarely good news. Most actions, including building infrastructure, changing policies, calling neighbors, and moving military units, will cost time points. When our industries are restored in the state infrastructure menu, Bajinji will receive 2 resources. Those resources will appear here, in the resource menu. I suggest exporting goods that other countries will pay well for, and importing goods necessary to create manufacturing bonuses. Manufacturing bonuses are rewards conferred for having certain combinations of goods in your country, either produced domestically or imported from neighbors. Click on the resource menu that was just highlighted to see all the possible manufacturing bonuses. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. The people love Farouk, so you need to keep him in your regime. But we should keep a close eye on the loyalty of your parliamentarians. When faction approval drops, when your cabinet members get displeased, or when we start to lose wars or run out of funds, that's when our parliamentarians' loyalties shift. Their loyalty is represented with loyalty points, that other currency. If you start seeing loyalty points drop, then something is seriously wrong with Bajinji. If loyalty falls too low, Farouk may attempt to push us out of power. For now, let's take a closer look at the parliament window. I'll leave you to it now, Excellency. This is not everything there is to see and do, but with luck, you will figure out the rest yourself. You can always hit the buzzer if you are in need of a more fulsome report of the health of our beloved country. For now, I suggest advancing to the next turn sooner by clicking on the clock. I have every confidence in your leadership, Excellency.
Greetings, Your Excellency. I am Prime Minister Rashid Nazarian, and on behalf of Azerbaijan, I wanted to be the first to welcome the liberation of the People's Republic of Basenji from the tyranny of the Salman family. The Salman regime was a threat to the whole region. That is why we provided your rebellion with the weaponry and training necessary to overthrow the tyrants. Once the transitional government has restored Basenji's infrastructure and industry, let us work towards restoring our trade relationship. Do not hesitate to contact me if there is in any way Azerbaijan can be of an assistance to you.
Thank you for your call. I am certain our two great nations will work together to bring great prosperity to the region. There is much work to be done, but I am grateful for your country's support. We are interested in negotiating a trade agreement where we purchase your oil.
Certainly. These are the terms we are prepared to agree to.
We are very worried about Western imperialism.
Unfortunately, dealing with the West is a necessary evil to bring prosperity to our region.
We would like to deepen the long-standing cooperation that exists between our two nations.
We enjoy our privileged relationship and look forward to accomplishing great things together.
Spiritual leadership is important, but we must also accept that literal interpretations of the old ways do not make sense in this day and age.
The only pragmatic reality of this time is that liberal interpretations of our faith have opened the door to blasphemies. There is but one true faith and one true government under it.
Apologies, but I must go. Let us speak again later.
Goodbye.
Do you have any orders, Excellency?
I am considering deploying our forces into Zarbil. What are the risks?
We have insufficient intelligence on the exact number and deployment on Zarbil's military. Without better information, any attack against them will carry a significant risk.
Good day, Ambassador. Would you be free to meet sometime in the next few weeks?
It's always a pleasure, Your Excellency. I would be happy to meet with you when an opportunity opens in our busy schedules.
Thank you for seeing me, Ambassador.
It is no trouble at all. All.
Tell me, how are you enjoying our country?
This is my third posting to the region, and my family is very happy here.
I am pleased. If there is anything we can do to make things more comfortable for you, please do call upon us. Basenji's political situation is dire. I beg of you, please help me regain the support of my people.
It's disappointing that you can't maintain control of your own country. Very well. I'll write an editorial in the newspaper in support of your so-called leadership.
I believe that is all I have to say for the moment.
Very well. Thank you for your hospitality.
I hope we can chat again soon. Thank you for taking my call. Basenji will be withdrawing from its trade agreements with you.
Just like that? Fine. Whatever. Just don't come back looking for a favor anytime soon.
Thank you for taking my call. Are you interested in negotiating a trade agreement where we sell you Basenji precious metals?
We are not interested in a trade agreement with your country under any terms.
Good day, Ambassador. Would you be free to meet sometime in the next few weeks?
It's always a pleasure, Your Excellency. I would be happy to meet with you when an opportunity opens.
Thank you for taking my... Are you interested in negotiating a trade agreement where we sell you Basenji oil?
Certainly. These are the terms we are prepared to agree to.
Are you interested in negotiating a trade agreement where we sell you Basenji precious metals?
Certainly. These are the terms we are prepared to agree to.
Apologies, but I must go. Let us speak again later.
Goodbye.
Thank you for seeing me, Ambassador.
It is no trouble at all. I mean, all.
Tell me, how are you enjoying...
This is my third...
I am pleased. Tell me, Ambassador, do you have any insights regarding some of the other countries in the region?
It's not really appropriate for me to be spreading gossip about your neighbors.
America is an evil warmongering country. You spend the bulk of your economy on soldiers, while your health and education remain neglected. Your rich steal from the poor and throw them in jail. You must feel great shame representing such an inferior nation.
Didn't Basenji recently broadcast the hanging of its last tyrant dictator on national television? You are hardly in a position to call anyone bloodthirsty.
America is an evil...
Didn't Basenji... You are...
I believe that is all I have to say for the...
Very well.
I hope we can chat again soon. The Honorable Basenji people, my fellow countrymen and women, my beloved citizens, I address you today as we are ushering in a new era in the history of our homeland. I wish to address you first, as you are the owners of this blessed land, its defenders, the builders of its prosperity, and the architects of its future. We have an obligation to leave, as our legacy, a nation whereby none shall be without food, nor health, nor schooling. We will defend ourselves against imperialist aggressors with the might of our blessed armies. Second, the government will deregulate our financial institutions in order to increase their competitiveness in the global market. Finally, it is with a full heart that I say to you all, I look to the future with tranquility. The People's Republic of Bisenji represents superior military, economic, and above all, moral power.
If you allow this war to continue, your country will collapse. We are prepared to offer an armistice under the following conditions. You will pay war reparations of 8 million per turn, up to the total of 40 million. In return, we'll stop all military actions against your country and agree to an armistice. Do you accept these terms?
There will be no peace today.
As you wish. You will regret this decision.
The Honorable, earlier today, I received word that my brother Farouk declared illegally the as are all and